fuck it, I'll just play it as is. Ok, pues vamos a intentar hacer esto con la moto del 2020 de Lorenzo Santolino. This is Lorenzo Santolino's 22 Sherco. It's supposedly a French bike, but the team is actually like based not too far from Barcelona. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Simulation, Dakar Rally 2020, 12 stages. As you can see, it's the first time I've fucking done it. There are no registers whatsoever. And yeah, it's a long way. I don't know if I'll do it in 3 streams or 4. Sorry, 3 or 2. It's my main options. So yeah, lots of navigation, I guess. Interesting. It's a bit lower power than most of the bikes in the games. I can run a bit more tire pressure without having grip problems. And then with the suspension, I don't know, for me it's a bit weird because I don't know what exactly is the best, but you know, I usually run like between 3.6 and 4. I guess I'll put it in 3.8. And let's see what the fuck the first road of the Dakar Rally looks like. We're gonna start with lots of dirt track, basically. Dirt track. First horse piste off track is at 17 kilometers. It's not too long, only 10 kilometers, and it's all very, you know, lots of waypoints on every single turn. More track. Zero track. And some interesting parts, like, you know, the Danger 3 downhill hairpin at 55.9. And also, you know, another dirt hairpin, 59.4. This is a bit weird, like, we are meant to, like, you know, cut across crossroad. You know, here on Note 39, 67.3. Then more horse piste starting at 78. Also, not every single turn, but you know, it's all fairly close. Like, all the notes are quite short. We're gonna jump over some tracks. I always forget what the fuck EMP means. I always forget. It's probably something in French. Like the original word is probably French. Sometimes it doesn't make sense in English. What it is? Rocky. EMP, it's Rocky. Oh, first speed zone 97.5. Long horse pit section, but it all looks fairly easy because, you know, lots of waypoints and, you know, very continuous the waypoints. You know, off track is difficult when it's like long stretches, and you know, sometimes you have to do like several turns without a waypoint. As long as you're getting checked, it's very easy. For example, the longest one with a checkpoint, with a waypoint here, it's from 118 to 124. It's a little mad, but it's something. Also, this one might be nasty, the C kind of waypoint over there. Lots of horse piste. And then at 134 we find traces. But it's not for long because immediately we have to go out of off track again. And this might be tricky because, you know, we gotta hit a speed zone. And then we join piste at 145. Traces for a while. Dirt track. Traces piste, traces track until 183. But it's really short because, you know, by 187 we're back in the track, on track. Most speed zone seems to be related to roads and highways. It's only like a mini village, probably. Yeah, between traces and tracks again. Track. Like the whole final part of the stage is on track. Oh, there's a bit of a off-track section here, starting at 283.9. But we are back on track 291.6. Small off-track again. Follow traces, and it's mostly a track kind of stage. You know, we still have to pay attention to like the different indications to make it right. Jeddah al Wajh. We start first because in this game, you know, the AI speed pace is a bit fucked up, so it's better if you start first, because if not, they are much faster. They get much faster when they start behind you, when they start in front of you. I cannot do anything during the start. It's automatic. 124, turn left. 124. 424, a couple of, you know, tight corners. I can see that they're going to be up the hill. Right first and left. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of a wheel spin moment. Wasn't expecting it. No problem. 7.5, turn left. And there's gonna be also waypoints, so that makes it easier to recognize. Next crossroad is it's at 11.0. Also, you know, it's gonna get clicked. So yeah, again, easy. Click. No crossroads for a while. Oh god, rocks. I was trying to anticipate too much of the road book, and that's why I lost concentration there. Okay, first WPS kind of waypoint, and it's to start an off-track twist into 13. Oh, this is the section I did. I said everything was very high. Really easy. Follow the arrow. Okay, that's a bit tricky. No problem though. The motorbike can take it, and I can take it. This would be quite dangerous with a truck, for example. Trucks are very good in this game, better than in real life. But you can still fuck it up. This is all very easy so far. Just not trying, like really not trying, to be honest. Okay, I forgot about the turn here. And this is when it gets tricky. Because this is an invisible waypoint, the C waypoint, but I know where it joins because it's a trap. So one of the things I always do is anticipate the checking point by going like, you know, if they are telling me to join right, I will go to the left. If they tell me to join left, I will go to the right. This way, there is almost no way for me to miss it. Maybe I'm doing, you know, a few extra meters, but I won't get lost, which is the most important part. And now there's just, you know, track for a while. Vehicles in this game are also uphill sections because of a lack of torque. I think the problem is torque. Torque is set super low in this game. For all vehicles, it's an issue. I I don't know when they will solve it. Probably when they change it. They like radically change it, they will probably solve it. No lag so far. Lighting conditions are a bit annoying, not gonna lie. Well, it is what it is. Go up the hill. You can see in the game, like, basically your biggest friend is the mileage counter or whatever, you know. I think that tells you how many kilometers you completed, and the digital compass. Digital compass is also very, very, very important. So far this stage, oh god, I was gonna say it's easy and it's more of an introduction. It's not that easy. Oh, we're in the danger-free hairpin. I guess there's a way to like jump off the cliff, but I'm gonna try it. There's your way right now. You're that desperate for a second. I don't have the wheel by now. I'm just trying to like get it done. Oh god! Yeah, I spun out. Fucking idiot. Oh. Bit of a setback and 30-second penalty. Probably the 30-second penalty. And also the damage I can do to the right. This part is incredibly annoying to be honest, considering this game's physics. This game works better when you are like flat. Flat is really fun. Straight across, and also I have to check. I've just received my first coin, but it basically looks like spam or something like that. Not get big, but yeah, that's a spam. Quite really. Okay, we're up to the thing. Throttle right at 76.4. There we go. 78.2, I'm gonna have to turn off this. Let's click and 350. We're gonna do 355 because I'm a bit lazy with the turns. Although, oh yeah, 345. Yeah, we're on track. Sometimes in this game, one of the things that I find quite amusing is that sometimes I feel like I'm doing like jet ski racing rather than Dakar Rally racing. Because I'm just hitting the whoops. I'm hitting these hills like I'm a jet ski racer or something. It's rather weird. For some reason, sometimes the camera moves slow. And I don't like it low. I actually like it high. Oops. Another thing that I know happens in this game a bit more often than I would like to is that the thing just flips backwards. The motorbike flips backwards on certain crests. Sometimes when you go over a crest, you need to like let go of the gas a bit. This is the longest stretch with off-track stretch without a waypoint. Next up it's a speed zone 90. Remember myself to slow down to 90 or under, like maybe. I mean, you can get it, you can make it stressful if you want. You know, it's a long distance kind of thing. So yeah. There's margin of error. Not super stressful. This ain't Formula 1 for fuck's sake. Or NASCAR. Let's keep it at 265. Not to be too exact, but yeah. Another long stretch, almost 6.5 kilometers without one. And there's sand. Okay, going right, 340, 345 or something like that. We can run at high speeds. Well, no time, any problem with that. Oh, and it's a checkpoint. In checkpoints, the game slows down by itself. Yeah. First checkpoint of the game. So far, so good. I mean, we had a crash. That was a bit annoying, not gonna lie. I got a bit annoyed by myself. Yeah. It's gonna happen. I know I can be fast enough for that kind of thing to not have any sort of effect on my overall classification, you know, win anyway. But it's not pretty, so yeah, I want to avoid it. So I just jump over dunes like I don't give a fuck. This is you know, the whole like feeling like a jet ski racer at times. That cannot be good for the motorbike or the rider, that kind of landing. But this game allows you to land so high, so fucking high. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one because this is a, you know, middle of nowhere. I hit it. Oh, I hit it. Oh, because it's into traces even though the fucking thing is wrong. Come on game. This is not off track. I'm on fucking traces. Oh, fucking hate this shit. These traces. Fucking roadbook is wrong. This might not be traces. No, yeah, it is. It just fucking is. Oh my fucking god, I hate this. Who the fuck tested this game? Fucking hate this. But now I don't know what to believe. I can believe, you know, the fucking game, or I can believe, okay, this time it was right. But yeah, this creates such an insecurity. Because you don't know what to believe. You cannot fucking create that insecurity. Not in real life and not in a fucking video. The roadbook has to be rock solid every single time. Not great. It's in the first fucking stage, like, what the fuck, man? I'll never understand it. Never. Okay, they are telling me that there are traces to the right. Yeah, they're far behind where you told me to go. Like the waypoint was behind the ahead of the fucking traces. Following traces now, like this is, we are back in security, I guess. It makes sense again, but yeah. Not great, if you ask me. 6771, click. I'm still running really fast. Like my average speed run, I think, is like on the 140 something range. Plus the penalties, so yeah, probably a bit less. Limit zone 90. I just let the speed limits at a high, you know, at high, on a high gear, because you know, like it's smoother to me. It's smoother for me. Okay. This is better. Like, you know, for example, this time, like, you know, the waypoint was in the right place, and then the traces started ahead. Oh, big jump. Like the engine, the speed, I guess, or the engine is less twitchy on a high gear, and that makes it easy. Also, I guess, you know, I guess you could say that I'm also saving fuel somehow. I don't know if there's any stage in this game where a bit of left. Right now I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit lost, I'm gonna lie. I think I can recover. I've changed the node already. I guess I'm gonna go a bit more to the left to avoid the balance thing I told you. I was a bit expecting, not gonna lie. Like I rolled the dice a bit too much. And I guess there's another checkpoint not too far away from here. 109 node is another special looking waypoint. So far I'm doing alright. 17 minutes in. Too bad for the guys, but yeah, happens. Okay, second checkpoint. The audio options aren't exactly great for some reason. Okay. Let's try to make it like this. I'll check again on the next checkpoint. Okay, there's immediately follow traces. Here. By the way, as you can see in this game, there's like the time changes, which is kind of cool, not gonna lie. But you know, like I'm much more in the light than I was earlier in the stage. These are all fairly natural for me. Like navigating, I don't know, for some reason for me, like it's easy. I don't know, like I can just keep looking down right to, you know, check where the fuck I need to go. I mean, of course, sometimes I might get a bit too distracted, but it works for the most part. As you can see, you know, I take the speed zones, you know, with quite some patience. The penalty for fucking up is way too much. Yeah, I'd rather lose like, you know, 3 seconds per speed zone rather than, you know, really try and, you know, end up losing a lot more. And it's a matter of philosophy. Uphill. By the way, what you see on the top right over there, like, you know, the opponents and the running order, that's not the real, like, you know, times we're having, but just the running order, just the physical order, without, you know, knowing which had the best stage time. Very bumpy. The title of the stream comes from the fact that Lorenzo Santolino is known as the Coyote. His town in Guijuelo. He's from Guijuelo in Spain. And yeah, it's just his nickname, and I thought it was kind of fun to like read. Okay, I'm losing the voice. New speed zone. I almost fucked it up there. No extra penalty. Outside of the fall and the bit of panic moment there and that one of that section, short of track section, but quite technical, things have been going very smoothly so far. Right left. I guess I could do a shortcut. I want to. I kinda want to, but to reduce the tire pressure in future stages, because it has been bothering me on third gears. Okay, downhill, right. There's no way they're coming. This is just a very poorly written note. Yeah, this is a fucking crossroad that they are not really telling me. God damn it. Some of this shit would get you in real trouble in real life. The fucking thing wasn't drawn right. Anyways. Okay, let's put some for this farm. Going left. Really fast section over here. I think there's an off-track section left, or two short ones maybe. I forgot them. Average speed is still, you know, ridiculously high. You can carry so much momentum on motorbikes in this game. Like, there's no way I should be able to do that kind of corner at 160 kilometers per hour. That's 100 miles an hour. That's a lot. Maybe it's this way. There have been, like, you know, a lot of consecutive, you know, kind of crossroads there, and I was at some point your own mind goes like, are you fucking sure? Wait. Yeah, I'm having problems with grip. It's alright, but yeah, like, you know, fucking stop it. It'll be better. Like, the more mindless it is, the better it is. Some of this part is not mindless at all. Look at all those fucking rocks. No rocks here. Whoops. That's a sizable mistake there. I mean, I know where I'm going, kinda. You don't have to be perfect when it comes to the navigation. You gotta know, you know, what the fuck you're supposed to do. Like, for example, here, you know, it's a joint ride. So instead of 227, I'm riding 220. And even then, I barely made it. And it's really important that trip when you're like rejoining into a piste or traces. Like, as long as you can do it, like, try the fucking, you know, the trick, you know, bit more to the left, bit more to the right. Okay, it's before this fucking down. 356, so basically north. Wide view, very rolling view. Into 60, 65, maybe. Right. 99, and we'll be north, 105, 107, and to hold on until 309. I don't know where the fuck my ship is going. Hold. And eventually it will change. These tricks that can make you like really fast. So it's extremely important to know them. And also it's usually quite safer than races in water, and so yeah. Get slowed down first of all. 356, and we are about to finish the stage, by the way. which is basically less than a minute from finishing. Final note. I still cannot see the finish line. Probably after this crash. Yeah, it's over there in the background. 27.56 plus, sorry, 27.57 plus the 1 minute penalty for the crash, because in this game they give you penalties because, you know, I guess they didn't get the respawning right. I'm gonna check the sound. Sound is alright. And yeah, I won by 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Could have been 3:28, but yeah, like, it's alright. And most of my rivals had repairs. Lots of repairs. 16 minutes, that's a lot. Man, there must have been some serious crashing over there. So yeah, I'm leading ahead of Paulo Gonçalves, Luciano Benavides, Franco Caimi, Sia Santosh, Harith Noah Koita Beetle, something, or Betel? Is he Betel? Andrew Short, the famous AMA motocross and supercross rider, Ricky Brabeck, Pablo Quintanilla, and 10th is the only woman in the game. Well, one of 2 women in the game, Laia Sanz. Here we see like Luciano Benavides, Pablo Gonçalves riding a Hero motorbike, it's an Indian motorbike. And here I am, Lorenzo Santolino. Oh, I feel quite a bit of money. That's nice. I'm gonna need it for repairs. I mean, probably not that much, to be honest. Like, I only had 1 crash and the other part was just normal wear. I'm gonna change the pressure. I don't want to forget about that. And yeah, it's mostly like, yeah, it's only wear. Everything is at 90. I just wore things out. Yeah, I'm just gonna. And I know the body for some reason. Oh no, not in this case. Sometimes the body it's cheaper to repair all rather than to go piece by piece. So yeah. Okay. Okay, let's check the roadbook before heading off. Traces, traces, traces. Oh, a couple of speed zones. Piste. More traces. Piste again. Piste is track, dirt road. But you know, I basically, for some reason, my brain switches to like French when I'm looking at this. Traces back to dirt road. Lots of dirt road, like, you know, 80 kilometers in, still no. First off track at 89. And rather simple. And, you know, immediately back to yeah, it's basically I know what this is. This is we are gonna cut across a crossroad. Probably if we continue ahead at 89, you can probably then turn right and rejoin at like node 36, but you'd be missing the checkpoint in the waypoint in the middle. So yeah, we have to take the shortcut. So yeah, basically that's not an off-track section on my book. Man, this is basically like almost no off-track navigation, basically. There's basically no off-track navigation. We are halfway through the stage, still no off-track. Another speed zone. Traces, traces, traces. Yeah, this is a fairly boring stage. The checkpoint is at kilometer, you know, after 230 kilometers. It's still more dirt road. Holy fuck, this is gonna be a fairly boring stage. Yeah, it's all quite boring. It's just dirt road and traces. I mean, maybe the traces themselves are fun, but it's all like, you know, mostly boring. Yep, not a single true off-track moment except for that, you know, that crossroad we will cut across. Yep. It's all traces and dirt roads this time by. So yeah, we have a 2-minute advantage. Let's try to expand it. Wajh, and we are not gonna really reach Neom, but we're basically like next to our Wajh. So yeah, basically starting order is the same as the last stage result. So yeah, this is how it goes. Most of the top guys are you know, from 8th onwards. You know, Ravik 8th, Wagner 11th, Price 14th, and Sunderland 16th. That's not exactly realistic. 2, 1, let's go again. Yeah, as I already said, lots of traces, so yeah, it's gonna be lots of traces and lots of dirt roads, so yeah, it's gonna be fairly boring, I guess. I mean, the main danger is gonna be crashes against things that might be next to the route, you know, like trees and rocks. Have to be careful for that. Do that, you know. Outside of that, you know, it's all gonna be fairly like, you know, stale, boring, whatever. Lots of time to lose in case of me fucking it up. Not much time to gain, I guess. Yeah. I was gonna say immediately out of speed zone, but no, it's 4 kilometers ahead. Of course, this game uses a 1 to 5 scale, so yeah, 4 kilometers it's only like 800 meters, so half a mile. By the way, another thing that I have to like pay more attention to is which kind of speed zone it is, because some speed zones are speed zone 50 rather than 90. And if you go 90 on a 50, that's gonna be a hefty penalty. Okay, there's somehow water up there. Yes, between the mountains. Yeah, it's between the mountains. Okay, it's a small water splash. No problem at all in the motorbike. Oh, it's 2 of them. Almost 3 of them. Yeah, this is a stage to basically kill the engine. This is a kind of stage where if you don't have all the power, you're gonna suffer. And by the way, right now I'm realizing that this is a stage when I decided to like lower the pressure and, you know, reduce my top speed. I'm not a smart guy, you know. I should have looked at the road book first, then change the pressure. Anyways, it's not a big deal. I mean, this gives me loads of security. Like, this makes it very, very easy, so yeah, like, that's also an advantage anyway. Like, sometimes being mindless, you know, allowing yourself to, like, you know, be on like autopilot can be really beneficial. Even if you're like, oh, but I'm slower, yeah, but since you don't have to like stress yourself, you will go faster later on. Because you're not gonna be like burned out or whatever. You're gonna be fresh. Yeah, as I already said, like, the main problem here is different roadside objects. You have to really, like, pay attention to those. But outside of that, like, it's a very easy kind of stage. Very fast as well. Like, for example, this time the average speed is gonna order on the 150, 160. Oh god. Maybe you should slow down. Okay, speed limit 90. Oh, this is a full ass down. Usually the speed limits are just like, random farms in the middle of nowhere. But if it wasn't for like speed zones, like this could be up ridiculously fast. Yeah, there's lots of straight. Really, I guess this would be a lot more difficult in real life, but in the video game it's really easy. In real life it would be like really tense, really dangerous, because the being so fast, so much time, like that kind of thing that can wear you down a lot. Then the video game it's almost relaxing, and I fucking kill myself. I turned to it. Just turned to it. The motorbike is still fast. I was gonna try to check out the damage, but more often than not, the best check is just accelerate it all and see what the fuck happens. Yeah, that was a really stupid mistake. It's the kind of mistake that you're gonna make in this kind of stage. This stage, you're not gonna miss a fucking crossroad because that's almost hard to do. But you will smash yourself into fucking rock or tree because you weren't paying enough attention. This is a deja vu because I know that there's a fucking there's a stage in another game mode that goes through this. And more often than not, back there's a speed zone. There's a small speed zone before the little climb. And this speed zone is also, it's also real cool, right? Anyways. And right now, to be honest, I'm thinking okay, no, this is not the place where I'll go off-road for a millisecond. But yeah, the game sometimes does this. Also, it's not even a fucking real off-track section, it's traces, fuck's sake! Again! Fucking traces! It's not off-track. Fucking roadbook is wrong! That makes me, to be honest, that makes me insanely nervous. Because that's okay, when is it gonna be so wrong I'll get fucked in the ass? And yeah, this is all replicated from another stage. The map is huge, but yeah, I guess that there is sometimes, I guess it's probably a way to give you a bit of an advantage as a player, to be like, oh yeah, you've already been here. That other bit of traces, has also done it. All this, to be honest. But let's be honest. I don't know when I joined the Neom group. And the notes aren't exactly the same because I've already detected a place that usually has a speed zone doesn't have it. And for example, I've also noticed a place that usually has a waypoint that didn't have it this time. Yeah, those changes, they keep you on your toes. You cannot just be like completely on autopilot and like, oh yeah, I know where the fuck I am going and I know what the fuck I should hit. And there's still an adventure part, even if like it's a known path. You know the way, but you don't know the rules of the way right now. We're gonna need to go to places at like 156.6. I was looking at something else. It can get you. It can bite you in the ass. Oh yeah. Okay. Just transforms into tracers. You have to turn left or turn right or whatever. Just transform into tracers. A bit of a shortcut. They do it in real life. In real life, when there's a there's a snaky beat, and the guys think that it's safer and easier to just cut across, they will cut across. It's kind of fascinating because I know that sometimes the road explicitly tells you to like do not leave the track or whatever, but sometimes it doesn't tell you. So yeah, you can just go like, oh yeah, like you tell me to go like left, right, left, right, left, right. I know it's easier to just go straight. And you can. It's legal. I guess they do the same in rally. Running is the same. Sometimes they give you a bit of leeway. Yeah, I know this part. Don't need to do a tight left, tight right. Sorry, tight right, tight left. Maybe just go a bit faster there. Yeah, for me, like this part, like it's both boring and really tense. Because yeah, like mistakes are gonna be so tough. For example, here they didn't tell you that it's a turn right. But okay, whatever. They should have told you. Yeah, this part is always the same. They always tell you to like, go through this and then rejoin here. This is a bit disappointing, not gonna lie. For example, the first stage felt completely new. This one hasn't been new for a while. Maybe this part. I don't remember exactly this part. I remember going left at like, note 59. Or maybe I'm just like, losing my mind. Like, I mean, the landscapes are, they are somewhat, I mean, it's repetitive because, real life is also repetitive, of course. This one is also another one that is like, okay, I know the main turn is going left. You could have told me like that it's like, okay, it's a T-shaped crossroad like to the left, or a Y-shaped crossroad to the left. But you can tell me. I'm alright with that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like if that last bit has been part of other stages. I mean, with all my problems and such, I'm still going so fucking fast. Like, for example, I've calculated that if you can complete, like, you know, 10 kilometers per minute, that's you going at 120. I'm way over that. Way over. Like, me going at 120 right now would be like, the timer would be at 18 minutes. We are at 14:44 plus, you know, plus the minute. 15:44. That means that we are going at way over 120 kilometers an hour average. That is insanely fast. This is another thing I know I can skip. Yeah, this is again something I recognize a lot. This downhill and such. You don't need to do it if you don't want to. But I mean, this is a bit disappointing because, you know, like the game, it's mandatory for you like to do many races until you go, you know, to level 25 and you unlock this. So, I mean, the game is basically asking you to spoil, for you to spoil the route. Jumps, and then it's like left and a sharp downhill. Almost fucked it up. For example, the sharp downhill wasn't pointed out in the roadbook, but I know about it. Okay, I guess that's something. Like, what the fuck am I slowing down? Really easy. Just follow the road, don't get distracted. You know, you can look from time to time to the road book. But even then, like, you know, there's not much action there. The first stage was much tougher. Yeah, a piece of cake between how easy it is by itself and the fact that you've already played this most of it at least. It becomes extremely easy. And why are these two waypoints so fucking close to each other? That was it. I can make mistakes, but yeah, like the overall I think it's much faster. Another waypoint. Ooh, jump. This would have killed me in real life. Also, that should have been a danger 3 or danger 2. Nothing was mentioned in the fucking roadbook. Let's check the sound levels once again. It's not ideal. There we go. Yeah, I was still getting about the sound levels and such. I was thinking about it, and then I heard the beeping of the the start of the restart of the stage, and I had a bit of a panic. In real life, participants are allowed to stop for, I think it's 15 or 20 minutes at each checkpoint. They have to. It's mandatory. And basically, it's a way, for the guys to, not get completely, have a moment of relaxation and have a moment of, thinking what the fuck went wrong, I guess. That would be me, to be honest. I would be like that if I'm doing this. They're like, fuck, I missed this, I fucked up that turn, that's not faster, that thing would have been better. Pit zone. Yeah, I was already here. I'm on 4th gear. I'm on Sherco. So yeah, all these stages going on known ground for any player that hasn't locked this, to be honest. A bit disappointed, not gonna lie, but it's fine. Not really. I guess you can play this game without the heads-up display, but then you have to rely on the onboard camera. And the onboard camera, I know that it can be a bit annoying. Because, for example, in the case of the motorbikes, it moves around a lot. But yeah, so far, I'm just annoyed at I'm not so annoyed at the repeated path. Yeah, I don't know, that for me, that's whatever. I'm annoyed at the fucking, bad, wrong nose. That thing is done. That thing kills your trust, and you gotta really trust the road on a rally race. In real life or in a video game, trusting the road is so important. Because it's what gives you it gives your sanity basically. I'd go insane if they tell me oh yeah, some notes might be wrong. I'd be like, no, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not starting this stage. Fuck you. I need everything to be right. I'm wrong with the headset. My ears are weird for headsets and headphones. Headphones not so much. Headphones is just a matter of size. But for a headset it's a bit harder. Yeah, this stage has been exceptionally boring, to be honest. It's just, I don't know, it's gonna be 27 minutes or whatever of just me following the marked path, and yeah, occasionally having a bit of skating on because of a rock or whatever. But it's such a nothing burger, to be honest. Maybe with a track or whatever would be a bit more interesting because tracks are harder to drive and all that. With a motorbike, it's like so easy. It's so easy. It's like this is the easiest shit ever. I guess I'll do like 4 stages, then I'll stop the stream, go for lunch or whatever, then restart the stream and do 4 more stages, and then do the final 4, I don't know, whenever. I'll probably do them on stream, but I don't know, we'll see. I almost got a bad moment there. The landscapes are kind of cool in this game, to be honest. Like if you like this kind of pista, some stuff is really cool, to be honest. Like there are moments of like, holy fuck, this place is huge. And I mean, it is obviously huge. Like, you know, just I've been driving for 25 minutes, and you know, and I know I'm not driving in a circle. Yeah, like this thing is huge. It's undoubtedly big. And I was fucking. I don't know, like sometimes I just get silent. Like, to be honest, like when I'm playing alone, I usually have a podcast on. For me, like this is that easy in a way. For fuck's sake, another crossroad that isn't signaled correctly. Like this thing is like so simple to me, like so. I mean, I guess easy if there is the word. That I usually have a podcast on. I'm usually listening to something, to somebody talk about whatever. Might be interesting, might be some stupid bullshit, might be even funny, might be even a comedy podcast. I sometimes listen to movie reviews, like, I don't know, for me it's like, it's this kind of thing, like, this is another poorly sign, like I'm looking at the note and yeah, it was kind of signed of the Y, like you were supposed to turn left. Not enough, man. Not enough. Lord, what a climb. What a change of pace. From 170 or whatever to like 90. But yeah, this is all like repeated from other races. I mean, it doesn't stop the challenge, to be honest, because yeah, like, I don't know, they could suddenly throw you like, you know, oh yeah, now you gotta go left. You always went right, now you gotta go left. That would be a hell of a curveball. Yeah, it's not like you can completely turn off your brain or whatever, but yeah. Oh, I know this one. I know this bit. It's a little skip, like, yeah, like a couple of very tight corners that you can just go. Whoops. This part is full of shortcuts. Did you try? another one. And then you can skip here. I don't even remember the name of the race that this thing is part of. Good lord, I've done it way too many times. And then, you know, bridge and finish. 28:30 plus the stupid fall. 2 stages, 2 falls. Not great. And Laia Sanz finished second. And I don't know, like Benavides and Kaimi are probably gonna put themselves second and third because who was it? Who was the one that was? Oh yeah, Gonçalves. Gonçalves was second and had a very bad stage. Brabec, lots of repairs. Sunderland too. Yeah, basically, like everyone is almost keeping almost the same pace. And it's mostly about the fucking repairs. It's about keeping the bike clean, I guess. And I'm leading by 9 minutes and a half over Luciano Benavides and over 11 minutes and a half over Kaimi. Gonçalves has dropped to 4th. Laia has climbed up to 6th and will start 2nd this stage. Benavides and Kaimi will repeat in 3rd and 4th. And yeah, like, to be honest, the top 8 is way worse in real life than the bottom 8. The bottom 8 has lots of talent. This game is wrong. I think they gave a different body to Laia Sanz, but it's not that different. I mean, of course, you cannot, like, it's a real woman, you cannot put, you know, massive breast on her or something, but I don't know. Okay, vehicle service. Yeah, this was worse, like, this crash was for reals. 5, 9. Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Mechanics. Oh. Yeah, the exhaust was the only thing that was kept intact. I'm gonna leave the electronics as is. I hate this shit. No wheels. Get it the full thing. What else? Okay, let's look at the road book, then decide what the fuck we should do with the pressure. Traces on dirt road. Just looking for the first off track. Off track is starting at 79. Not too complex, to be honest. It was also quite short. Let's try to find the next part. Good lord, look at the map, at the full map. Okay, this one does turn it on itself quite a bit. Okay, so yeah, another very short off-track section, just inch east basically. Another off-track section right after. A bit longer and more tough. Good lord. No waypoints for 17 kilometers. That's gonna be interesting. It's all very straight, but it's gonna be interesting either way. Yeah, we're getting our first, like, you know, proper navigation challenges. You know, another 13 kilometers with a goddamn waypoint. This is gonna be interesting. More off track. Simple again, you know, waypoint. Lots of off track. This one is gonna be probably tough. Well, maybe not so much because yeah, like it's just no, it's right after a turn. Fuck. No, the waypoint at 77 at 209.9. It's gonna be interesting. 8 kilometers without a waypoint, but very straight, so you know, simple. Yes. I'm recognizing a couple of notes. 87 and 88 I've gone. I've done 87 and 88 before. I know exactly what that part looks like. I don't know about the other part. Or the other parts. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I know some of this shit. Some of this shit I've done it before. 4:15 also, the longest stage so far. Probably gonna be like 30 to 35 minutes. Depends on how many times I fall. Yeah, I know some parts. Because I think the hairpin at this one at 108, 29, 298.25. I've done that before. I think I know which hairpin that is. And then it's a lot of mist again. Sorry, another off-track part. Fairly short, and you know, waypoints quite consecutive, quite tied to each other. Highway crossing quite late in the stage. Okay, that's weird. You cross the highway, pick up a waypoint, then basically you turn 140 degrees to get to cross the highway again. If they do that in real life, that's fucking stupid. And if it's just a matter of the video game, that's also quite fucking stupid. And yeah, since there's some technical bits, I will, you know, not change the tire pressure. So yeah, like, this is gonna be a bit of a tough stage, I guess. Neom. Oh yeah, that's why the shape is so funky, because it's a fucking loop. So yeah, Laia, Luciano, and Franco. With, you know, Ricky Brave in closing the stage, because yeah, this fucking game. Didn't Ricky win this fucking rally? I think he did. And yeah, this is 100% a stage I know. I know this start. I don't think I'd be able to like do it without the notebook or whatever. Like, you know, it's not that much of non. It's not that non. Yeah, like, I've done this shit. And I've done it on several types of vehicles. Like, I've done this on a truck before. But maybe they've changed some bits, because that's why, you know, like 17 kilometers without a goddamn waypoint. On and off track a section of all places. Like, that tells me that, you know, that they've changed it's not the same road, I guess. It's not gonna be that different, but yeah. Jump. Double jump, like that was basically a motocross jump. Here I've crashed before on the motorbike because of the wheelie loops. I'm gonna try to like be smarter about it. Crash. Already crashed twice, which is like 2 more times than I would like to crash. Like, unless you're trying to like learn a technique or whatever, the good amount of crashing is 0. Like, every other number is wrong. It's like, oh yeah, you failed. First part of the stage, very easy. It's gonna be one of those stages that gets more interesting as time as the distance progresses. I must have messed up. Yeah, I definitely messed up. I didn't, because I immediately came back to the same place. Checked everything and all that. But I completely messed up. By the way, I don't know if missing a speed zone, missing a speed zone completely is legal. Never checked. I guess I should. Going up the mountain. Well, technically this would be a hill. Yeah, because the mountain is like over 100 meters tall or whatever. I guess this is not a mountain. There's even a book and movie about trying to decide where the fuck an elevation change is a mountain or a hill. The title is quite funky. It's something like the man that climbed a hill but went down a mountain or something, or vice versa. Maybe it's vice versa. It's like the man that climbed the mountain and went down a hill. Because it's like, oh yeah, technically this is not a mountain, it's a hill, it's shorter. Sorry, it's smaller. Anyways, I don't even remember the movie, to be honest. I know it's a movie and book. I know that. And I know that, part of the... I guess it's not the main plot, because it's probably something about something else. It's probably about something else. But one of the plot lines, it's about that. Whether an elevation. Oh god. This one elevation change is a mountain or a hill. Oh yeah, now we have to follow the road for a while. I mean, the while is very short, but it gets on my fucking nerves. Also, even though the game doesn't, ask you to do it legally, I try to do it legally, be on the right. And only cross left when I have to, because, between those trees. In real life, that kind of section would probably include a policeman, or policemen, to be honest, more than one, or soldiers, regulate traffic, because you don't want a silly, stupid road traffic crash between, a civilian and a competitor. That would be very fucking stupid. So the organizers basically tell the police, oh yeah, we're gonna use this bit of road for the stage. Can you keep our competitors safe? And they will stop traffic and all that. More to the left. Okay. Whoa, bit too much. Okay, I guess now I can take the 149 very, very seriously and still be alright. Nope, I was a bit too short. Okay, 44. where you want me to join. Here? Yes. It's all fairly like, you know, entertaining to the navigation part because you're trying to imagine the path. You're trying to imagine where the fuck you're supposed to go. But it's mostly a matter of your imagination. You're trying to picture something that maybe isn't there. It probably is, but it isn't there. Like you cannot see it. Lots of faith involved. That's why I get so angry when the roadbook is not precise. Because yeah, like it's a matter of faith. You're like, you know, if you're giving me like, you know, false hope or whatever, you know, it's gonna break my heart. It's gonna really break my heart. And this is another junction that on every fucking race I've done it, the roadbook is not drawn well enough. Races, that's a big ass jump. 265 and they're telling me to like quit piece even though I'm not on a piece anymore and get to the traces. To be honest, reading the indications in French, it has its benefits, I'm not gonna lie. It might look silly but it has its benefits. Okay, yeah, I think I messed up. There was somewhere where I could have gone. Oh yeah, because it was 4 speed. Fucking idiot. He's probably right. Whoops. Stuck. Yeah. How the fuck can I bail? I can't bail. Help! There's supposedly a bottom. Oh, maybe because I'm not stopped enough. There we go. I'm free to do what I want any old time. Okay, now I need to keep the checkpoint, the waypoint here. Where the fuck it is? Is it? Checkpoint, where are you? I know it's on this dirt road. It's probably not this way. I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. By the way, thank you for being the first real viewer. Thank you so much. There we go. Finally. I think that what happened was that I wasn't stopped enough or something. Like for example, like they are telling me, no, it just isn't. Okay. I guess on this mode it's removed. Don't know why, because I mean it's necessary. It's fucking necessary. At some point I'm gonna fuck it up enough that I might need to bail. On professional, it's 100%. It's 100% there. Good lord, I started sweating. Like this fucking bit was so stressful for me. I started legit sweating. God damn it, I've been having like, you know, not a perfect race. I've crashed twice. But a really good one. The kind of jumps they allow you to take like without basically getting any damage. Or any substantial damage at least. Good lord. Like yeah, like in the normal mode, there's a button on most modes, I guess. I guess not in this one. There's a button that basically repositions you. Basically, it gives you a penalty for crashing, and you know that's how the game, like you know, you get unstuck from certain stuff. And for some reason, like that's not here. I've panicked because you know I didn't want to restart the stage. That'd be like such a you know a walk of shame for me. Okay, that's a sharp. Thank God I'm with a motorbike because yeah, like explore some of these jumps. Oh yeah, no, the AI are 100% garbage. Like, this is a game to play on your own. This is a game to play on your own. It's such a shame that the AI is so bad because this could be such a fantastic single-player game. But it is what it is. Fucking hell. Like, it's such a shame. Like, in the words of David Lynch, such a sadness. But yeah, it's, for what it is, you know, when you're on your own and just like minding your own business, it's extremely fun to just navigate. Like, this is basically, you know, the first or second game to ever allow you to like properly navigate. You're on your fucking own. You can go anywhere, you can get lost on any single second. Like, you can just spin out, start driving the opposite way, and you won't notice until you start reading the fucking notes. You're gonna be like, oh fuck, I've been going out the wrong way for like 5 minutes now. I mean, probably you will notice before 5 minutes, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the cars, I would suggest to only drive 4x4s because good lord the buggies. The buggies are experimental to say the least, and also the UTVs have this huge problem. For whatever reason, the tool they are using to make the vehicles doesn't allow them to like have CVT vehicles, you know, vehicles like a scooter, most mopeds, UTVs, you know, those vehicles that only have one gear. And instead you drive a single speed car, which is not ideal because, you know, like, either you have a CVT or you need speeds. You need, you know, you need to be able to shift up. So yeah, that's really a problem, to be honest, especially when it comes to big hills. Like, on most parts it won't be a problem to have just one speed, it's just gonna be hella awkward. But good lord, like the moment you start to climb up the hill and you notice that there's no fucking gears, that you cannot downshift or whatever, then it's a huge problem. Like, for example, whoops. I know where I'm supposed to go. Like, this stage is on professional, basically, or at least this segment. And now we're gonna have to climb up this. I mean, some would call it dune, but it's probably just a sand-covered hill for mounting, depending on the size. I will confess something. I worked on the predecessor of this game. I worked on Dakar 18. My name is on the credits. No joke. Like, I really worked on it. And they had this huge problem where the original game was supposed to be a Unity game. So they bought some software for Unity to make the vehicles. Except Unity hates this level of map. Unity fucking hates it. Unity prefers much smaller maps. So they switched to Unreal. Except by the time they switched to Unreal Engine 4, which is much better for this size of map, they didn't have the tool. There was no software to make vehicles. Either you made them from scratch, or you didn't make it, or you didn't make vehicles. Basically, by the time they started developing Dakar 18, the only Unreal Engine 4 with a vehicle was Rocket League. I guess it was that stupid. Like they only had Rocket League as a point of reference. And so what they did something that it was probably a huge mistake. Okay, thank you, game. They made something that was probably, you know, a rather big mistake. Which was, you know, try to port the original tool from Unity to Unreal. Except they didn't really have the resources, basically. So the tool was half-baked, to say the least. And that created some gigantic problems for them. Like that's why all the vehicles in Dakar 18 are so fucking broken. Because something as simple as the differentials or the torque, they lost it all during the port. So yeah, that was really bad. And for example, with this time I see that they've solved some things. The vehicles definitely are a bit better. But good lord, they are still broken as fuck. They are still very much broken. And that includes the AI, because you know the AI is like, you know, a player, since it's a human, we can work around shit. We know how to solve stuff. We find something extremely broken, we kinda know like, oh yeah, if I react this way, I can do it like this and that, and it's gonna eventually work. The AI is just unable to do so. We are way too dumb for that. Because, you know, it's artificial intelligence after all, and I'm sure it's not also, it's also like, you know, the most complex version of artificial intelligence, I guess. But yeah, you need to like, you know, bite the bullet or to enjoy this game. Like, I enjoy it for what it is, as, you know, as a big fan of rally raid in real life. Good lord, this shit is so fun. This is so fun to like actually navigate. And navigate with the tools they have in real life. But yeah, it's a thing. She knows. I guess they want me to like go next to this field. But yeah, it's so fun. Like when you get it, when you enjoy it for what it is, you know, just a way to simulate real navigation. I've rarely had more fun than with this game. Like these bits of when you're like in the middle of fucking nowhere, or just like there are 100 crossroads, and you just can fuck it up at any second. Good lord, that is so good. That is so fun. Like for example, like just playing around with this, for example, the kind of weapon I'm trying to search for. Like this thing is invisible, but I know there are ways to like make it easier for me to kill. Because for example, like there I was meant to join left. So I know that if I go way too much to the right, I increase my chances of hitting it without having to really slow down. Really have to search for it. And that's something they do in real life. In real life, you will do that. Because it's a way to like make it easier. And I can actually like, you know, that is so fun to like, it's so cool for them to have like, made it this way. And that's why the distances are to scale. Because if you do this in full distance, like, you know, the mileage over on top would be like real, like for example, right now would be at like kilometer 48. Then you'd have to like completely change how waypoints work. Because waypoints in real life actually give you quite some margin of error. For example, a C-type waypoint, that's like a 90-meter activation radius. You can be 90 meters to the left, to the right, front or back, and it'll still hit it. That's really easy. That's hard in real life because, you know, the off-track section is not 2 kilometers long, but like 25 kilometers long. So yeah, 90 meters is not that far. It's not that wide. Also, you know, that's another thing. Like, people don't understand, like, you know, how exhausting it is to do it in real life. Like, oh my lord, every stage is like 4 hours long in real life. 4 hours. Oops. Almost makes the description. God damn it. That's why I do it in fifth. It's easier. But yeah, like, it would be so painful. Like, it would be so long. Like for example, the average speed is much higher than in real life. But man, for example, right now I'm 24 minutes in. I'd be 2 hours in. Right now I'd be 2 hours in on this stage. If it was like realistic. Because, you know, time would also times 5. And would be, you know, 5 times the speed. So yeah, like, I get it. I get that the mileage counter goes much faster because, you know, it's a way to make the rules work in a video game. Yeah, like, for example, like, I'm fairly good at this game. You've seen me crash, you've seen me get stuck on a fucking rock. Trust me, I'm fairly good. I swear to God. But, yeah, like, it's gonna take you hours. It's gonna take you hours because, for me, like, it's really natural to navigate. Like, I don't have to, like, really concentrate to follow the notes. Like, my brain can easily just go down right to check the notes. Down right, look ahead, all that. But if you know, like, if you're a normal guy, not that used to do this kind of thing, good lord, you're gonna doubt yourself on almost every point. Unless there's a fucking arrow, you're gonna be like, oh god, did I do it right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Like, that's gonna be you all the time. And that's like that can be like so interesting and so you know, like, for me, like, it's such an experience. Like, if you wanna have fun with a friend, you know, if you can bring a friend to your house and play this game, put him on any, you know, stage, and just tell them to, like, okay, complete the stage. Put it on a fairly short one, you know, one of those that is like 15 minutes long or whatever. He's gonna need way more than 15 minutes. He's gonna need a while just to figure out all the information that you have to follow to just get to the finish. Like, we're not talking about, like, you know, getting to the finish quickly. We're just talking about, like, reaching the finish line legally. Like, you know, for me, like, it's all very natural. Like, I don't know, like, between the time I was developing yeah, you can ask as much as you want. Like, I worked there for almost 7 months. Yeah, you can ask. Oh god, that was way funnier than you might expect. Well, there's this thing about teams involved in off-road racing that they don't believe, video games are much of an important thing for them. They don't care. They think that video games are this silly little thing, and that nobody that plays them will care about them. So they, the Portuguese team, the developers, asked for the different teams to be like, okay, sign this form before this date, and your vehicle and likeness will be on the game. Many teams just didn't sign the forms. They just didn't, because they were like, fuck video games. Like, for example, the funniest case was Kamaz, the big Russian trucks. Those trucks are part of the Russian army. Like, the different members of the team are actually, they are considered to be soldiers and generals and whatever. So the Kamaz, any information about the truck is technically an information about the army. It's an army vehicle, so they don't really want to release the information. So the Portuguese team basically had to tell Red Bull, and Red Bull would blackmail Kamaz, would blackmail the fucking Russian army into telling the Portuguese guys like what the fuck, how the fuck their trucks work, including information as silly as what each light does in real life. Because for example, like I don't know about this game, but in 2021, sorry, in 2018 game, the Kamaz has like 7 lights on the rear, and good lord, it's so hard to find any picture or video that shows them like, backing up and braking and using the blinkers, so you can know what the fuck each light does. So yeah, the Portuguese basically like wrote to Kamaz to be like, okay, what the fuck do your lights do? The lights on the back. I know what each light on the front does, but the ones on the back are really hard to find. And the Kamaz people were like, army secrets, not gonna tell. It was that fucking silly. But yeah, like I guess people understood, or either people understood the importance of video games now, or like maybe even the rally organizers straight up went to the different things to be like, no, you gotta be on the fucking game, fuck you. Like, I don't know how the fuck it worked this time, but originally it was absolutely hilarious. I hope that answers your question. Like, it's such a fucking like, yeah. All that shit. Like, it's like, yeah, we are not gonna tell you. Oh, how much power does your truck make? We are not gonna tell you. But how many gears does your truck have? We're not gonna tell you. It was that kind of thing, and yeah. They really had to, like, basically use, one of the main sponsors of the team to, like, be like, no, you gotta fucking tell them. Just fucking tell them. And by the way, that happened in the... No, but I think that the problem was that I'm not sure, to be honest, like, I wasn't in the legal team. I was just told these stories. But it looks like, how can I tell it? How can I say it? It looks like ASO didn't really like, for whatever reason they didn't help them out. Like the way the rides do, like for example, I think in NASCAR, NASCAR technically owns all teams, well, the rights to all the teams or something like that, for example, in like NASCAR, but it's not the same way in all competitions. And that's where all the trouble began. I think that's where all the trouble began, because like, yeah, the ASO doesn't really own they own the image rights of like the video. Yeah, but yeah, it has to be something like that they don't really own they own the image of the videos and such, but they don't own, like, you know, the likeness of the likeness of each thing or whatever. Like, it has to be something like that. And yeah, like that made the you know, just getting teams into the game like a bit of a clusterfuck in a way. Way more of a clusterfuck than it should have been, to be honest. Not again. Fucking crash on one of these silly launches. And yeah, like there must have been a change between, you know, 2018 and now, because yeah, like they have a lot more cars, and yeah, it's clear that it's clear that there has been a change in the politics part of, you know, of the copyright. Okay, I think. Okay. But I was gonna have problems with everything. Okay. Nailing the checkpoints. Like, I hate the invisible checkpoints are really tough. Also in real life. Whenever you see like, oh yeah, this team has needed 15 minutes to find this one checkpoint, it's always one of the invisible ones. Like, it's easy to fall into the activation rate, into like the radius of the other checkpoints. It's not simple to fall into the activation radius of one of the other ones. Okay, I can see the signal of the checkpoint. There we go, another. Lord, this was so late in the race. I think the stage is like 460. Oh yeah, I can look at the fucking notes. Okay, it's 4:15. Will it reset automatically? Oh yeah, well that kind of thing happens. Like the ProDrive thing, like for me, like it's too much of a prototype, sorry. And like the Toyota needed many years to get good. Like I remember when Geniel de Villiers first showed up with a Toyota, it was fucking garbage. He only finished like 7th because, you know, people started retiring, blowing up. And yeah, like when you're starting so much from scratch, you're not like a major manufacturer, because like people will say, but oh yeah, but what about like, you know, Peugeot? Peugeot has done way too much shit before, so they have ideas, they have concepts like in the books and in the minds of the engineers and such. ProDrive only has like the Subaru thing, and that was a boxer engine, you know, that much smaller engine, and like it's way different. It's way different than just like being like, oh yeah, like we kinda know what the fuck is gonna happen. Well, the problem with Peugeot is that I think they moved them out, because Peugeot broke an unwritten rule. Manufacturers shouldn't build buggies. buggies are in the Dakar Rally, so small teams can show up and be fairly competitive. A manufacturer should not enter the Dakar Rally trying to win it on a fucking buggy. And that was a problem, and I think they essentially moved them out. They basically, like, you know, ASO is French, so is Peugeot. They probably went like, you know what to do. Fuck off. No, but for example, that first Volkswagen buggy, at least it was really bad. It was, you know, it was a small engine. They weren't trying to win. They really weren't trying to win with the diesel Volkswagen buggy. That one, that I think it was Jutta Kleinschmidt, one of the drivers. Yeah, they weren't really trying to win, so that was okay, cool. But you know, move on to 4x4. And Peugeot has, like, you know, they took too much of an advantage. Like, yeah, buggies are there for, it's like LMP2 class. It's like the LMP2 class in Le Mans. Like, remember when Porsche and Penske, they team up and yeah, they basically did an LMP2 car that was basically as fast or faster than an LMP1 car? That was a problem. And that's also another short-lived project for the same fucking reason, because it's like, yeah, bro, this class this isn't for this. You're not supposed to go, you know, drop a fuck ton of money into LMP2. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Like, the T1 is basically like GT1 or LMP1. And yeah, the buggies are basically like LMP2. Like, you're supposed to be like, you know, okay, like, you build your own thing. It's very, you know, very small team doing the job. And then, you know, you put a generic engine. For example, in the Dakar Rally, most buggies are using either the Chevrolet LS engine or the Ford 5.0 engine, the Coyote. So yeah, it's basically like, okay, like, you know, this is for this, this type of rule is for this is for that. Rebellion, they understood this shit is way too hard. I think Rebellion basically, they came, they saw how fucking hard this thing is, and were like, bye. Like, it's really tough. Also, like, one of the motivators for Rebellion being in the Dakar was that one of the owners of the brand was actually competing. He was driving in the Dakar Rally. And yeah, that was... Oh yeah, I killed the lights. Yeah. Engine... God damn it, the exhaust doesn't get damaged somehow. I'm kinda tempted to drive without brakes. To, like, just let the brakes basically die. I know I shouldn't, but I'm tempted. I won't. So yeah, this is gonna be the last stage of the stream. 453 kilometers, so 90 kilometers. 90.6. Dirt road. The only thing that you can use on the Dakar Rally and also use in real life, because this kind of motorbike, they are not good for real adventure, because it's a single cylinder engine, so they are easy to break, they are not too reliable, and also they have the, you know, they vibrate too much, because, you know, it's a single cylinder engine. Quads are fucking garbage, because, you know, the adventure quad doesn't exist as a concept. It's not a real concept. Like they are using they are all using the Yamaha Raptor because it's basically the closest thing to an adventure quad, but it's not an adventure quad. The adventure quad doesn't exist. It would be a terrible idea, to be honest. So yeah, the only thing that you can like drive in the competition and drive in real life for fun, it's a UTV. So I guess it's the closest thing to a Grand Touring. Okay, so yeah, the more off-track, some longish things like 6 kilometers there, but 5.2. Another highway crossing, fairly consecutive stuff. Lots of off-track on this stage. Back to speed, but only for a short while, then back to off-track. Long shot, 6 kilometers. No. X-Ride is still alive. The mini buggy is still alive nowadays. You're just looking at it with a fucking Audi body and way different, engine components. But it's a buggy. X-Ride is still alive. It's just like, they've changed brands. That's why they are not in this game, I guess. Like, probably Audi. It was probably Audi. That told, the developers to be like, yeah, fuck you, you're not gonna put the, X-Ride Mini and BMWs in this game. Because, yeah, I'm with X-Ride now. And I'm not in 2020. And I'm not in 2021. So, fuck you. Like, I'm sure the exchange went along those lines. I mean, dramatization, but you know what I mean. Bases, okay, a bit more off track, short, I'm just trying to have a bit of a mental picture of what the fuck the stage is gonna be like, and also for the spectators, I guess. Because I'll try to upload this thing to YouTube if I can. I don't know if I can. I'll try. So yeah, the next up it's gonna be more off track, but very close to each other. Except this one, 5.8, a bit of a long shot. It's all quite easy. Another highway crossing. Good lord, there are so many of them. And this one comes with a checkpoint. Pissed. It's all pissed. And no, bit of off track before the end. Off track for a while. Well, there's a moment where you stay on a track for like a kilometer. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna look like a chicane. Off track again, but it's all very close together. Each checkpoint. There's gonna be like a fairly lengthy off-track section, not too far from the start, not too deep into the stage, but outside of that, it's all the navigation looks like simple enough, as long as you pay attention. And we are going from Neom to Alula. Oh, my teammate is right behind me. Oh yeah, I noticed that I won the stage for like a minute and a half or something. I took out the music because, I don't know if it's copyrighted or whatever, so yeah. Better just shut it down. And we start with stage number 4, gonna be the final stage of the stream. I will probably just eat and come back. I will close the stream, eat, and then, come back in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, I don't know. Depends on my mood, I guess. Yeah, I have a light. The light is a bit ridiculous considering the ones they use in real life. Good lord, that's a big bitch. But yeah, like if you want, like I can also. By the way, the reason I got hired by the Dakar Rally, the Dakar 18 guys, the Portuguese guys, it wasn't because I know about computers. What I really know about is the real Dakar Rally. Like, I literally, for example, one of the things I'm annoyed is that one of the things I asked for in Dakar 18, a mistake they have in the game, they still haven't solved it. And it's that in the Dakar Rally, fuel autonomy, you know, like how long you go between fuel stops, greatly changes between classes. And for some fucking reason, they still haven't figured that out. I guess it's a problem with the code, with like how the game's inner workings go. But come on. Bike squads and UTVs stop every 150 miles, basically. A bit more, like 250 kilometers. But everyone else doesn't stop for fuel. I want that. I think it's annoying that the fuel consumption doesn't work because they cannot. The excuse they gave me back in September 2018 or whatever was that basically, like, you know, the only way for them to like have it different for each class would basically to like have like different stages. Like basically build a separate stage for motorbikes and quads and UTVs than for cars and trucks. So the checkpoint would act differently. So, you know, their solution was to be like, yeah, fuck it, the motorbikes can go for like, you know, 400 or 500 kilometers without, you know, refueling. It's a detail, but come on. Like, for example, you rarely hear about cars running out of fuel, and if they do, it's right next to the finish. But for motorbikes, like, yeah, it's in the middle of the fucking stage, because sometimes, like, you have to refuel twice during a stage, because the stage is like 500 kilometers long, and that's a rarity nowadays that can happen. It's basically a way for the organizers to like limit how fast the vehicles go, because if you have to make a massive fuel tank, the rider is gonna be uncomfortable. So you go like, oh yeah, no, you have to like, you know, you only stop the wheel. Yeah, it's whatever. I almost fucked it up there. I don't know if I like or if I hate the speed zones being manual in this game. Because, good lord, like, it gets my nerves. Because if you brake late, you know you're losing time. But if you're doing like 85 instead of like 88. But man, the penalties are so big. It's not worth it. So yeah, I think it was like kilometer 80 something when it got the stage will get more fun. For now, it's just like, you know, driving around the countryside, fucking speed zone. It's like the fourth one. Why are you living in the middle of fucking nowhere? Another. Well, at least this one is for the highway. I will need to pick a better place to live. I mean, next to the highway is nice, I guess. Nice connection. And this is like the... Is this the start of the good section? I think it is. We are on track. Nice. A bit nice. Yeah, 106. We're gonna do like 160. And then a bit more, and then go 156. Oh, the weapon is over here. I was like, yeah, they're telling me like the weapon is in the middle of rocks. I'm gonna go in the middle of rocks. 214 to 220, so yeah, basically straight. I'm a fairly good navigator. For how distracted I am, like, you know, I'm looking at the chat, like, even if it's not moved, but, you know, just checking if somebody is eventually type something and all that. I get so distracted all the time, and I still don't get lost. Yeah. Good. Oops. The biggest enemy is rocks. Like rocks fucking suck. I'm trying to go fast, and you know, the rocks are right there at the edge of the track. So yeah, every time I mess up, I'm gonna end up, you know, impaling myself. Every time I find a blind turn or a huge best, I'm usually quite afraid. Like, you'll see me leave. And it's fear. Pure fear. I'm just afraid. I know this stage, like for example this one is not one I've done like 6-7 times, but I've run some of these. Like I definitely recognize certain notes and certain like sectors. Again, a bit of a shame, but I get it. Like basically they are trying to, you know, with the shorter races, they are literally preparing you for this. Bit too much preparing. My humble opinion, yeah. Where's the tracer? Tracer. So fast for so long now. Yeah, I know where I'm going. It's weird. Okay, 30 and they're gonna tell me to turn right, sharp right. And there's an arrow. Easy. It's really easy. which is probably gonna have to be like 220 or 215, like 55. Oh lord, this is gonna be a bit of camber, don't you think? Good lord, that thing in the middle of nowhere, that was scary. Because I was coming out of the rocks and I was like, okay, like if I'm in a tight place, I don't mind the little waypoints because you know I get it. I can find them easily. But good lord, when they are like really in the middle of nowhere, they are on a wide open space. Why am I going so slow? Back to off track, horse piste or something like that in French. I know it's called like that because it's the same. It's a similar expression to the rule when there's a very big climb in the Tour de France. They say that it has no class and it's called horse category. Yeah, same expression. We're at the first checkpoint of the day. I was checking the volume because like if I'm chatting with somebody, I can guess that the volume is all right. But whenever I'm alone, like doubts just cloud my mind, I guess. Afraid of the rocks. Rocks are scary. I like how sometimes how like dominant I am driving, like when it comes to the navigation, like how I anticipate the corners and all that. Like that stuff like feels so right. Some of here I'm gonna bit of a mistake, but I'm not losing a single second, or maybe I'm losing a second, but it's like that is so negligible. Because I took a very wide turn. I guess I'm gonna have to like climb on this part over here. I'm gonna have to say a bit because then I started on like 215. Yeah, I was like, this has to be sharp. This has to be pretty sharp, turn. Beyond the way it's going. And this is probably a very, steep downhill. Because that's why this turn now it's telling me like basically you're gonna go sideways. Yeah, going sideways. Again, just trying to like get myself lined up because this is a critical invisible checkpoint. Yeah, you better be on path. Okay, I wasn't. Good lord. There we go, I was a bit to the left. It's so important to like remember what the fuck you did. So important. The moment you behave in a random way, you're dead. Checkpoint after 17.21. 7 minutes 21 seconds. Checking the sample again. I'm like, how do you... Okay, I can use running the wheel again. To be honest, like the only thing I hate more than invisible checkpoints is turns in the middle of nowhere. Because as long as there's a tree, a rock, whatever, I get it, I can do it, I know what I am. But man, the moment you tell me like, oh yeah, it's in the middle, completely nowhere, good lord, my mind tells me I'm wrong every single time. It's probably like self-esteem rather than me being wrong. Good lord, it feels wrong. For the fence or whatever, I have to like on the right. No. I was doing right. That's another thing that sometimes like my mind plays tricks on me. Whenever there's a keep straight kind of thing, and there's like a turn left or whatever, my mind will often like try to jump up, like skip a node, skip the keep straight and go towards the turn right or whatever, and that's trouble. That spells trouble. Gotta find some traces. Get over here. Small bit. This looks like a town, not like a farm or whatever. Maybe a big farm, you know. Up the hill we go. So yeah, this stage has been mostly on a well-known path, but that doesn't exclude the off-track moments from being like incredibly tense, and and you can still make mistakes even if if you've been here already. Like, if you drive in real life, you've probably had that moment where you're like, oh yeah, I've been here like thousand times, and then you just keep turning. But you're like chatting with whoever or something, and suddenly you're like, oh fuck, I should have turned right. That happens in real life, so yeah, in a video game when you're like racing, it's probably like even more likely. 7 and I have to like left or whatever. Did I see the crossroads? I don't believe it. So much speed, such big jumps. Cannot be healthy for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, like if you're landing that car, you're probably dead. And off the bike too. It's a crash. Every single time. I mean, it's alright, to be there. Ooh! Bit much to the left. Yep, bit much to the left. God damn it, I can't run away from the 1 minute penalty for the crash. Every single time. It was completely my fault. I could have been more to the right, but I just didn't. When it's the roadbook's fault or whatever, I'll tell you. When it's my fault, I will also tell you. Most of the time, it's just me being a fucking idiot. Because I am a fucking idiot. Like that song, I am what I am. Except the thing I am, it's nothing to be proud of. Like I'm leading this race by a country mile already. I think like I'm leading by like 10 minutes or whatever, or 15 minutes or whatever. But damn it, I'm gonna keep it interesting just by being a complete idiot. I'm gonna keep it hella tight. Just because I'll keep smashing myself into the scenery because stupid mistakes, I guess. Like I don't need to be on the edge of the track. I can be just in the middle. But I'm a racer, so I'll use as much width as possible. Give me 50 meters, I'll use the 50 meters. Give me 2 meters, I'll use the 2 meters. It's that stupid. It's stupid, but this is what I've been learning my whole gaming life, I guess, and real life too, because I love to watch real motorsports. Like I watch more than I play, to be honest. Nowadays I do. Nowadays there's so much content online that I spend more time watching races, present, past, that I do, actually playing video games, for example. For video games, for me, like it has gotten complicated over the years. Because when I was younger, when I was a little kid, I always thought about the possibilities. You know, what this or that could do to the video game scene. And that kind of magic is gone, to be honest. That magic is dead and buried. And you know, outside of few games that actually, like, you know, make me dream again, basically, make me think again of the possibilities of the future, I haven't played that much. Yeah, I got this waypoint. I was kind of afraid I wasn't gonna get it. Because it was one of the invisible ones. To be honest, I should slow down when I'm heading towards one of those. Because if I ever get something wrong with the checkpoint, it's gonna be one of those. It's not gonna be goddamn, you know, waypoint S or waypoint M. It's gonna be the invisible one. Okay, the wrong sphere. Okay, 14. What is it? Okay, this is me being afraid. Being very afraid. Yes! Lord, those are so dense. For example, like this one, the following one. The following one, I don't really need to follow the path. I just I can blaze my own trail to a point and still get it. But there's no blazing trail, like, you know, if I just go this way. By the way, I'm remembering something. There's a massive shortcut here. And yeah, it's also possible in this version. I'm not gonna do it because, you know, I want to show you, like, you going to the fortress and such. But you don't have to take this road. Because let's see where the next waypoint is. You've seen the waypoint right next to the train tracks, right? Here's another. So, you know, all you have to do, like, to get from one waypoint to the other is just follow the train track and it'll get you there. And save maybe, I don't know, 50, 20, 30 seconds out. This is one of those places where I would actually, like, if I'm making the stage, I would probably, like, place a waypoint next to the fortress or whatever, so you can skip it like that. Because it's such an obvious shortcut. It's so obvious, and yeah, I don't like it. It's one thing when the shortcut is just like something you look at, and you'll go like, oh yeah, maybe cut over here. That's something that can be done in real life. But for example, this one, like, unless you're fucking, you know, you're playing around with the roadbook, there's no way to like guess that shortcut. The only way to guess it is because, you know, you've done it. Yeah. Stop there a bit. Absurdly fast again, you know, we are at kilometer 360 and less than 30 minutes. We have 29 minutes. The average speed so far has been absolutely ridiculous, including the penalties. Even if you include the penalties, the average speed is still absolutely ridiculous. Like the motorbikes allow you to go so fast in this game. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's like it's such a big thing. Like in real life, I don't know, even with this kind of a stage, which is fairly straight, you're probably averaging like 100, 110. I'm averaging like 150. Probably close to 150. If you eliminate the penalty for the crash, it's probably close to 150. Also, I love the amount of split routes in this game that are completely unnecessary. For example, this one. I could have taken left. It's the exact same. I know it happens like that in Saudi Arabia, because I've spoken to like competitors. I have a couple of, you know, Facebook friends, I guess, that are involved. Some are fairly good. Like, one of the guys finished on the podium of the actual Dakar Rally, and I've talked with him about the routes and such, and he's like, I hate Saudi Arabia, and it's not even for political reasons. He's like, you know, it's not about the politics. I just hate the routes. Because, like, for example, while in this game there are many corners and such, in real life it's incredibly straight. To the point, it's boring. And he's like, yeah, it's for me, like, it's not the politics. I don't like, you know, I know that, you know, F1 and all kinds of sports survive because of this type of country. But good Lord, give me something to drive. It was like, yeah, like sometimes I could like put a stick on the steering wheel, and I'll be fine. I'll just get straight to the phone. I've lost the wheel is alright. Sorry, the lights is alright. Just fading. But he's like, Lord, it's so boring. It's like sometimes it's like 20 straight is maybe as long as 15 kilometers without ever slowing down, like ever using the brakes. You're just accelerating and maybe coasting. Sometimes not even that. It's like, yeah, it's not political reasons. Like, you know, some people might hate this because of political reasons, but yeah, the problem goes beyond. It's like, yeah, in Argentina it was so many corners. Like, it was like only next to Buenos Aires. Near Buenos Aires it got boring because near Buenos Aires it's all very flat. It's all very flat, very straight. But he's like, outside of that, corners. You were like working the steering wheel or, you know, the motorbike all the time. He's like, on Saudi Arabia, unless you're next to the coast, it's like so boring. Like, I've never been so bored in my life. I've never been bored while competing. And it happens, or here it happens. In Saudi Arabia, it actually happens. So yeah, like, fascinating stuff to do. Oh, this is the chicane I was talking about. Yeah, I was like, I was looking at the gap and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to go here. I'll do that one. Yeah, like, and he wasn't the only friend. I asked other friends, and they were all like, yeah. And also another one that also complained about was like how short the dunes were. It's like, yeah, if you compare it to like water, so like, you know how we say that there are seas of dunes? It was like, yeah, Saudi Arabia doesn't have a sea of dunes; they have ponds. come in, you come in, you cross a bunch of dunes, you come out. What the fuck? I was supposed to be an eclipse waypoint, you know, with an arrow. I didn't get the arrow. I was really afraid because I was like, okay, maybe I fucked up, but I didn't. Weird. I don't know if it's a mistake on the roadbook or a glitch in the game. Could be a glitch, to be honest. But yeah, like he was like, oh yeah, it's. He was like, oh yeah, they don't have dunes, they have sand hills. There's a ton of sand on top of a hill, and that's the. The visual one. Oh yeah, I should have, yeah, closer to the corner. Or deeper into the corner area. No problem. That was his complaint. He was like, oh yeah, like fucking quality is like the problem with the racing in Saudi Arabia is something else. And also, yeah, you know, the sand covered hill, like he was like, oh yeah, there's like huge sand climbs, but it's not a dune. It's just a hill. Yeah. 4 out of 4. Oh, my teammate once again second. At this point, we're gonna be 1-2 overall. Toby Price 9th, Matthias Wagner managed to get into the top 8, and Nacho Cornejo 5th. Yeah, for example, you know, it's not Jose Ignacio Cornejo. In Spain, in Spanish, Chile, Argentina, whatever, you'd say just Nacho, which is a short for Ignacio, and yeah, sometimes like when it's a compound name, it's also, you can search. You can shorten Jose Ignacio to just Nacho. Awful stage for Laia Sanz. Awful. Not gonna be top 5 overall, I guess. And Adrian Meja is up to second. And I'm leading by 25 minutes and 3/4. That's a lot. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have lunch or whatever. And yeah, like, if without penalties, I'd be leading, you know, if you raise everybody's penalties, I'd be leading by like 18 minutes. The fastest rider so far without repairs in this case, rather than penalties, are Adrian Meyer, 228 flat, and third is probably either Franco Caimi, 230.04, or I've seen somebody. Oh yeah, Mario Patrao, 229.15. Holy fuck, that's really quick. Considering, you know, he's not a top rider, to be honest. Like, he's together with the Indians, he's probably the slowest guy in real life out of these 16 guys. But yeah, I'm completely destroying the race with my guy Lorenzo Santolino, el Coyote de Guijuelo. 3 blue bikes up top, although, you know, one is a Yamaha. And the other two are, I think, are powered by Yamaha engines, if I recall correctly. Sherco usually tends to pick Yamaha engines for their motorbikes. Lots of money. And yeah, see you next time.